Hey guys, sorry I haven't made this video. I just saw the movie not long ago, and I'm sure that I'll get a lot of hate for this, but I did not like it that much. The acting was very, very good and stuff, but the story and the plot was just so pointless. It's like one thing needed to happen, something did, this happened, that happened, it's over. That's it. I hate that. I hated that it was just meh. You think after you get out of the movie theater and you're in your car, you're like, that was just kind of pointless. It reminded me of Castaway a lot because, he's on his own a lot, Leo, like Tom Hanks was, except Castaway was a lot better than this was. But that's just in my opinion. I thought the story in Castaway was a lot better. I like how Leonardo DiCaprio could just pull you in, though, with just his emotions. He barely talked in this movie. Barely. And when he did, he was speaking this other language. I couldn't figure out what the heck it was. Some dude sitting behind me was like, "Is this Spanish?" Which, no, that was obvious that it was not Spanish. But he just didn't have a lot of dialogue in the movie. And the fact that he could do all of this without having a lot of dialogue was pretty amazing. I can say that. That was very good. And though this movie is mostly, him and his over and over and over again, it sounded like Darth Vader, pretty much. That was a horrible joke, but I've been thinking of that all night since I got into the car after the movie, and I had to say it. But it was disappointing, in my opinion. Like I said, the acting was good and all, and they kept having these really unnecessary, weird flashbacks that I didn't think made a lot of sense. Seems like they just threw that in there to add something to the movie, because the movie is just it's like they had this simple plot, and they tried to stretch it out as long as they could, so it would be a long movie, like most of Leonardo DiCaprio's movies. They stretched it out real long, and doing like all these scenes taking an hour to do it, and then it's over. Then the simple plot's over, and you're just kind of like, what the heck? That was, meh. I'm glad it wasn't complicated. I'm not nuts about overly complicated movies. I don't want to have to sit there and try to think a million times, try to figure out what's going on. Like Inception. So I was afraid that was what was going to happen with this movie. So I'm glad it wasn't like that. But instead of it being overly complicated, it didn't have enough to it. It was just little things and then just the story that I feel like anyone could really make up. I mean, it was neat in a way, but it just seemed too simple. It's fascinating that they could take a simple story and get an Oscar from it and blah blah, get all these nominations and yada yada yada. But I feel like there's more to a movie than just the acting and stuff. I mean, there's so much more to it. Now, the fight with the bear, that was pretty badass. I'll say that was freaking cool. And I can't imagine what Leonardo DiCaprio had to go through in that scene. He was really excellent in that. He was very, very good. He's always good. Always good. I love him, and that's why I went to see the movie. Tom Hardy was good, too. He was really good. That actually surprised me. I'm not the biggest fan of Tom Hardy, but that changed my mind a bit. It was really, the acting, perfect. I don't know if I'm just a picky person when it comes to movies, or if there's something wrong with me and I like dumb movies. I don't know. I haven't seen a good one since Deadpool. This one was just disappointing, and my worst experience in a movie theater ever. I have no offense, no disrespect, but it was full of old people. All old people. So I had one girl to the side hacking, coughing constantly throughout the movie. Constantly. Now, if you need a cough drop, or you need to cough, go out of the theater and go in the bathroom or something. Don't sit there and just hack all over the movie theater everywhere. And then the people behind us, this older lady and this older guy, and he just kept talking and talking throughout the movie, even though he did make one joke about a fish and it being sushi. You'll understand what this is when you see it, or if you've seen it. that was pretty funny, but he was still so annoying, talking about every little thing so loud. That was actually distracting and really, really irritating. So I really hope that never happens again, or I'm just gonna be really mad because it was really irritating. But and there were times in this movie that were so quiet, you could hear everything in the movie theater because it was just silent. It was just a bunch of pictures of snow. Camera focused so much on snow, this, that. It was really into the, landscape of all of it, and all the trees, and all of the water, and the rocks. It's just constantly the camera's on one of those when it switches scenes. I thought that was weird. I thought there were a lot of things in it that were unnecessary. I felt like there were things in it that needed to be added. Acting was perfect. For the acting, give it a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and if you go to movie theaters, I hope you are not like the people that were sitting behind me today, because that was awful. Horrid. And thank you, and have a good day, and don't watch anything pirated online. Go out, rent the movie. It deserves to be rented and paid for. Thank you.